All right, what's going on? I think we're live. Yeah. Uh, oh, sweet. I just lost my camera. Great way to start the stream. Okay, well, uh, yeah, this is going to be interesting. Oh, maybe it's back up. Wheel? Hmm. Might have to restart this. Or maybe it's going to work. Yeah, there we go. Should be up. Fantastic. Okay, sorry about that. It was working right up until the point that I hit go on the stream, so that's how things go. I'm obviously a total streaming pro, you can tell. Anyway, yeah, so you can see from the title that this is not another episode of my friend's band song. So a quick update on that. I've got the mix in a point where I don't hate it, and that's I think about as much skill as I've got. So I don't know. I'm gonna sit on it another couple days maybe, and just listen to it a few more times, maybe on some different speakers and stuff, and then make a decision on whether or not I can live with it. Is pretty much it. I got a buddy who I'm gonna send it to and maybe get some critiques done on that. But anyway, at this point, like I wouldn't even try to edit it on stream because I've got so many plugins on it now. After the last stream where I was already having audio issues because of OBS, I did more work to it, a lot more work to it off stream because I thought it's just going to be too annoying and basically impossible to deal with, and that was at that point. And so now I've got even more processing happening, and there's no way. Hey Levi, what's up? Anyway, there's no way I can do it on stream, and I can't even record myself doing it offline because like just having OBS on is basically too much for my computer at this point. So anyway, but that's coming along. So I haven't started working on a performance video. I'm not totally sure what I want to do because I don't think that I mean, I don't really know what I played on the drums well enough to be able to mime it because it was just kind of spur of the moment, a lot of random fills and stuff, and so we'll see how that goes. My plan, I guess, is at least for drums and maybe for several other of the parts. I'm gonna download my streams and cut sections out of those and try to work those into the performance video in some way. I've got a couple ideas, but at this point, everything's kind of up in the air. And then for some specific points, like maybe the guitar solos or something, then I'll film a new like mimed video over that, like I did for Transylvania Screaming Several Rings. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, but before any of that happens, I need to decide that I'm okay with the mix. So, but it's definitely sounding much better than where I left it on my last stream. So there's that. Anyway, yeah. So for tonight, I don't remember where I first heard about this, but I found this open source software called JJazzLab, or I assume that's how it's supposed to be pronounced, but JazzLab, I don't know. Anyway, and as the name implies, it's predominantly for jazz. Although it looks like I have played around with it a little bit, but I just haven't really dived into it other than just a surface level before this. So I want to, kind of calling the stream a first look because it's still really, like, even the things that I know are, just like the most obvious things. I haven't really done anything with it. So, but what it does do is like some jazz background kind of stuff. And it sort of generates a track, but it's all editable as well. So, theoretically, you could manipulate it into other styles of music, and maybe there's presets for that too. I don't know. We'll try to find out on this stream. So, anyway, I've got a guitar, so I can jam along, hopefully. And did I just lose my camera again? So, this might be. Oh well. Maybe we're back. Hopefully everything is okay. I am using an old iPhone as my camera, and it's streaming the video feed over Wi-Fi to OBS on my computer, which is a great setup for me because I don't have like a really fancy, high quality camera to use. But I accidentally left the phone plugged in all week from last stream, and I noticed that the battery is like bulging or something because my screen is not fully attached to the phone anymore. There's actually a significant gap. So I don't know what's going to happen, and the battery apparently drained, which is why I lost the video earlier. So I've plugged it back in, and that may be a mistake. I don't know what's going to happen, but yeah, we'll keep going with it for now, and hopefully, well, now it's going to freeze again. Okay, I don't know, but it just kind of is what it is. All right, let's just go. So, yeah, when you first open it, JazzLab, it doesn't really give you anything. So, but if you hit new song up here, then it starts you off with just a C chord. And I'm assuming you can highlight as many measures as you want to play. But anyway, so yeah, it just throws up some stuff, and you can maybe kind of see. So down here, there's parts that are shown on these instruments. So this is the MIDI for what the instrument's playing underneath it. And then, you can see there's like some mixer channels. And yeah, so it's got some instruments, and it throws down a C chord. And so then if you hit play, you get this. Anyway, so then it's just C chord the whole way through, which is fine, but it'd be much more interesting so if it had some changes. So yeah, I'll basically just do the pattern that I was doing when I was playing around with this before. So I assume you can have more than one chord change in a measure, but I don't really know how any of this works. So I was just clicking on the next measure and just entering a chord. So when I tried this before, I did an E minor, and then I think I did a F and a G. And so then I don't know how to deselect, and I don't know how to highlight more measures. So this will end up just, as it is, it'll end up playing the G for these next four measures. But we can hear the first four measures and hear the progression as it changes. So you don't have to like actually edit the MIDI yourself. You just put in the chord that you want, and then it'll do the same pattern for that key or for the chord. So it's just playing the G again, where it feels like it probably should have resolved, but I didn't tell it to go back to C, and it again, I haven't figured out how to deselect these measures yet. So yeah, so that would be maybe a good first step. Maybe if I just remove. I also don't know, like this symbol, yeah, it looks like it's there to loop what you're playing, but the tooltip said auto update is on, playing music. Well, ran away. Playing music is updated in real time with song changes, except for structural changes. So I guess you can enter chords on the fly. I don't really know how that works, but yeah, when I saw that symbol, I thought, oh, it's like a playback loop kind of thing, and it wasn't. And there's nothing in the transport controls to do that, so that's a little bit disappointing. I don't. Yeah. Oh wait, what's this? Hey, there it is. Loop playback. Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna jam on this for a minute then. Pardon the sloppiness. Yeah, I'm clearly not well warmed up yet. But anyway, so for as little effort as I put into it, yeah, I mean, it's simple, but it's pretty cool. So, yeah, let's see about making something more interesting. I wonder, can we copy this? Yes, we can. Cool. It's before bar 9. Yeah, I guess it's weird. So these grayed out bars have numbers, and when I say insert and click bars, then it says insert bars before bar 9. But bar 9 is unusable. Like if I double click on it, like the way that I double clicked on these, it doesn't do anything, and I can't enter a chord name on it either. So I don't really know. It seems like there should be a way to enable the ones that are already here, but I'm assuming that if I insert, then that will work. Okay, so there's, oh, now it's, what is this? Yeah, I don't know what this means. I don't know if you can like make sections and repeat them in this. Oh, you can reorder them. Maybe. Yes, you can. Huh. Well, that is interesting. Oh yeah. Before. Well, okay. Let's see about doing something else here. Let's make this start with E minor. Can you start from a measure? How do you do that? Play next song. So song part. I just want to jump ahead a measure. I don't see anything. Pre-count. Transposition. Yeah, I don't see any way to, oh, wait. Okay, it's calling that the second song part? Huh. Yeah, and I noticed these, I don't know what these lines mean, but we've got some different colors going on here. Like these are gray, and these are that's orange, burnt orange. I don't know. Oh, okay. So you can define the section. Section A, and then this is section A1, and that previous to now. Well, it still doesn't have anything. Huh. Okay, well, whatever. So we've got like. I think it's something like that. But maybe. It's not enough chord, or there's not enough bars to. There it is. So that would be F, and then back to E minor, and then to G. So, yeah, and then we can. Oh, okay. Well, that is how you do two chords in a measure, I assume. Interesting. But right now I'm just trying to do this. Copy that. Paste that there. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so yeah, guess I'll play that. Not prepared for that. Yeah, I'm not prepared for that E minor every time it comes around. And it's my own fault. Cool. Well, anyway, yeah, so okay, we can add measures, I guess, indefinitely. Oh, okay. So yeah, the numbers, well, obviously the numbers didn't change, but yeah. All right. So that's just how it's done. You just insert however many bars you want. Well, cool. So I have not actually messed with any of this, but I can show you. So down here, I mentioned earlier that this is the MIDI of the part that's being played. And I don't, okay, so, yeah. So I guess this is all the MIDI for this section down here. Anyway, so yeah, we can just, I mean, I'm not even looking. Oh, I can't move that one down. Oh, yes. Okay. I'm just moving it to random notes, so it's going to sound really bad. Just as a proof of concept here. Weird. Sometimes I'm clicking. Okay. Maybe my mouse is messing up. Or I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't want me to click it. Well, yeah. I guess if I'm going to spend this much time on it, I should probably make it sound good. But this is weird. I don't understand why sometimes. Okay. Sometimes I can drag it and sometimes I can't. My mouse is having issues though in other, like with the scroll wheel, so maybe it's developed some other issue. Anyway, regardless, here's this now all jacked up MIDI. Yeah, I'm actually impressed at how most of the notes managed to be at least basically in key, so that's something. But I don't know, I assume you can, okay, so there's tools up here. We have like the select tool or whatever. And then we've got a draw tool, so just, yeah. But I gotta just start. How to make it start where I want it to start. There we go. Beautiful. That sounds like something everyone wants to listen to. Cool. Okay, what is this? Oh, erase. Okay. Okay. Oh, nice. And you can drag the eraser. That's cool. Yeah. Then, yeah, quantize and humanize. That's cool too. Yeah, change the note duration. And, okay. It'd be cool. I don't know how to loop just the instrument. Show other tracks. Anyway, you get the idea. You can edit the part, which is very cool. So, what's going on here? Oh, snap notes are good. Okay. Yeah, but I don't know. Let's actually start over with a totally new song. So now we've got another C, and it's that same pattern. But what I want to know is, are there other like preset patterns that you can choose from? And I don't know the answer to that. So, okay. Save as default rhythm mix, import mix, and it's not really important at the moment. Set channels, enable all MIDI parameters, disable. Yeah, that's not super helpful. I wonder if there's a way to like oh, that's still open. Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, I don't think I clicked on those first two instruments because I didn't think they were doing anything. But yeah, here's one that is definitely not doing something. And I want to know if you can program like a default like rhythmic pattern and like number of notes that it plays, so that it can automatically transpose those to the right notes for when chords are answered. I've never used Band in a Box, so I have no idea. And this is not quite my first time looking at this, but very nearly my first time. So I don't even know anything about what it is really. But it, I mean, it's obviously a tool for jamming or, I don't know, songwriting, I guess. But although I don't know, I wonder if you can export the MIDI. Oh yeah, exports a MIDI file. Cool. And exports audio file. Well, that's good to know. Yeah, but what I wish there was like some more, because it when you open a new song, you get this pattern, and you know I didn't tell it to do this pattern with these instruments or whatever. But I wish I had some more. Anyway, the keyboard is not doing anything, so I wonder if we iterative. Maybe that's how you make it automatically transpose across chord changes or something. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that checkbox is for. But sure. It's okay. You can't hear. Oops. Oh, that's annoying. Surely there's a shortcut for this, but you have to like, oh, maybe you have to go to the erase tool. All I wanted to do was, I just wanted to move it after, but I guess you have to change tools, so. I want to go, well, how do you go back? Stop. I heard one note there, though. Also, it'd be nice if there was like a demo. Like I was clicking, I know FL Studio lets you do this, but you can click the piano notes, like the keys of the piano, and you can hear them ahead of time, like an audition or whatever. That would be a nice feature to have. And I did not mean to put that there. So, whatever. I couldn't. Every time I tried to start a note here, I guess I wasn't. I don't know. It's weird because like if you get too close, then you get this. Oh no, that's the note. Okay. Well, maybe I just wasn't doing it right. Can I not resize? I don't know what's happening. There we go. Okay, got it resized. So stop. All right. Well, there's the C chord. Great. It took way too long to put in. That was my fault though, not the program's fault. So if we come over here and do like a D, then what happens? Do we get that for free over here? No, we don't. Wheel? Obviously, it knows how to do that to some degree because these patterns that it already came with, it can figure out, but it didn't want to do that. That's kind of a weird chord change anyway. Let's go to G, just be very stereotypical. Oh, yeah, I want to play around with this. So we'll put this on beat 3. What happened there? Yeah. Interesting. can add tracks. And yeah, there's like reverb and stuff. Obviously, you can see all that. Well, can you... I suppose we could just do this. And, okay, it shows what chord, so that's useful. But how do you... I want to set the playback head here. I do not know how to move the playback head. Because I think it's... Oh. You probably can't see that dialog, but I tried to paste, and it says, if no note is currently selected, pasted notes will be positioned from the first visible beat. If a note is selected, pasted notes will be positioned from the selected note. Okay. Well, nothing was selected, and I don't see anything having gotten pasted anywhere else, so I do not know what is happening. Oh, if you right click, you get the tool options. Can you see that above my face? Yeah, maybe. Okay. So that's cool. You don't have to come back up here every time. But yeah, it definitely didn't seem to do anything when I... Oh, no, not that. When I copied these and tried to paste them. Moved. I don't know what's going on. Maybe they're pasted somewhere, but not a place where I can see them. So that's good. Are they under here? No. Huh. Let's look at the menu options. So under File, we've got New Song, Open Song, Import Songs, and then yeah, the export features talked about. Print. That's interesting. I wonder how it prints it. If it's like actual staff notation. Then edit. We've got undo and redo, cut, copy, paste, delete. Edit. What's that? Edit chord symbol. Oh, okay. So you can change how it's harmonizing the chord. So that's cool. And give it a accent. Use pedal bass tone. Okay, so there's some options that presumably will be like auto-generated accompaniment. So that's cool. But yeah, I don't really know. I don't know what they do. So we'll come back to that here in a second. And I assume that's the same window that you get. No. Okay, so you have to come up to... Oh, you can just hit enter. Okay, that's cool. You've got half lead sheet, double lead sheet, duplicate song, linearize song. That's an interesting word. Also, what does that mean? Does that just squash all of your song pieces into a single... Okay, yeah, I don't know what that means. Okay, then under tools, we've got chord inspector. That could be interesting. Song memo, easy reader, improvisation help. Oh man. Some small text here. Oh, okay, interesting. This is just like tips for doing improvisation. Cool, I guess. I mean, it is cool, but just not really what I expected. Extended style creation wizard. Okay, what's going on here? Bass Yamaha style. What's all this? This wizard is used to create ready-to-be customized JAZZ extended style. Okay, for standard Yamaha file or style file. All right, this must be a reference to like some like Yamaha specific piece of software or something. I don't know. I don't really know anything about this, so yeah. Important, you'll need to manually alter the musical phrases of the created .yjz MIDI file using a MIDI editor or DAW like Cubase, etc. Otherwise, the new extended style will be equivalent to the standard Yamaha style. Yep, none of that means anything to me. Okay, but all right, there are references to things that look like maybe they would be different kinds of patterns to play along with the chords. That would be cool. Yeah, different. Okay, so they're stored in different directories, and those directories have style names. There's even pop rock, so it's not just jazz. That's cool. R&B, swing. Cool. Okay, well, if I can figure out how to use those, but this looks like I don't want to edit it. I just want to use it for the moment. Yeah, I don't want to accidentally like save over something, so I'm just going to cancel out of that. But that is proof that there is some other way of setting up styles for this, which is cool. So options, MIDI out, MIDI in, click, rhythms, rhythm providers. Oh wow, okay. Chord symbols, theme, general, advanced. All right, let's go back to rhythms, and I'll just try one of these. I don't know. I have no idea what it's currently using, so hit apply, maybe? Or, well, sure. Hit OK. That did not change anything. I wonder, okay. I'm going to get rid of this and start with a new one. And okay. Oh, what did I do there? Rename, change rhythm. Play from here. Well, there's a lot of options. It'd be cool if they had like a drop down up here where you could just immediately change through some of the styles. That would be nice. Don't even remember. Okay, there's docs. Probably need to look at those. That was an option? Yes. Okay. So I can go to this. I don't know if you can see this dialogue all the way. Put it over here. So yeah, there's a very long list here. So I'll just click on this one and click OK. Hit that. Did not change anything. So, maybe, well, apply is grayed out. No, set. Okay, set default rhythm. But that probably does not apply to this that's in progress. Okay, well, if the default rhythm has changed and we do new song. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that worked. Well, that's a very exciting track. Okay. Definitely not my best play today. Okay, well, at least we can change it now. But it's a little bit disappointing if you have to go through and actually change the default. Like, I wish you could change what it's doing on a song that's in progress. And I imagine... Oh, what just happened? I imagine there's a way to do that. But I don't know how. So, in the meantime, I wonder if I can copy these and then just paste them on a new song after I've changed it. Because I think that'd be the fastest way to get something that sounds good enough. I can go through some of these other styles here. Let's just look at one in the, pop and rock. I saw a shuffle in here. Yeah, cool shuffle. Okay, so, wait. Yeah, that definitely didn't change anything there. So how did I... Why is this... I don't know how to make this work. I don't even know how I did it the first time. Okay, whatever. Root rock. I can't hit apply. And default... Oh, okay. So it will, if you hit set, then I expected the words to change before, like just from clicking around here. So you have to hit set and then the words will change. Okay. Yeah, let's find that shuffle one. We'll do that. Okay. And then we'll close that and make a new song. And then can I paste? Oh, well, that wasn't really what I... Well, that's okay. Let's just take all of these, do remove bars. Okay, and then we're back to where we were. Okay, well, that's all that work for not that exciting of a track. Anyway, you get the idea. Kind of tired of this chord progression anyway. Let's get rid of all that. Let's do something very guitar oriented. Something like that. also be awesome. Oh, nice. There's the tempo right there. That was the thing that I wanted to try next. Let's just jump to something faster, like 145. Cool. So we've got tempo and changing styles, kind of. Let's look at another one. Maybe we can find something that is more interesting than just bass guitar and drums and a single whole note on the bass guitar. That was a little disappointing. And that was, yeah, cool shuffle. Guitar pop. Or hard rock. That'll be fun. Maybe. Do that. Get rid of... Well, we'll keep the same chord progression, I guess. Let's copy that. And... New song. Oops. Remove those. Yeah, not much change. Okay, let's grab something very different. Or, oh, no, I did set it. Okay. Let's grab something very different. Or hopefully very different. Ethereal synth. That should be interesting. Or at least should be different. I hope. Makes me think of Jason Becker's Perpetual Burn or something. I can't remember which song, but there's one song that's like really synth heavy and he's just like kind of shredding over it crazy. Okay, well at least we got something that was significantly different that time, although I am disappointed that there's no drums in that one. I wish these had a more full instrumentation by default. So I saw, so there's yeah, in dance. It might be like electronic oriented music or something. Swing house, trip hop. That should hopefully be different. So let's pull that up. Okay, there must be something must be missing here, because why is the trip hop beat the same, like exactly the same thing as those rock ones I was looking at? Like something is not right here. I don't know if I am like missing files or something, but it's got the name reference for some reason. I mean, it's just a like default install of the program. I didn't download anything else, but that is kind of odd. Samba City, sure. Okay. I saw in the context menu that Shift Delete is how you can quickly do that, so that's cool. Ah, something that sounds different. Nice. Okay. Well, let's make this a little more interesting. I'm just gonna kind of do whatever random chord I think about at the moment. We can do G. That's fine. But then I'm just gonna make it be whatever. And oops. Oh, right. I have to add more. Well, whatever. Let's see what that sounds like. It's gonna be. Well, I don't know. it'll be like this. So that's interesting. Cool. Well, I've been going for an hour, so I'm going to do one more of these. I'm going to try to find one that is significantly different from that, I guess, and then jam a bit on that and kind of be done. Maybe I'll do a different chord progression. So, this should be sufficiently different, although I don't know if it will be exactly what I want to jam to. Okay, no, it's just another one of these. Some of these have to be broken. There's no way that this is like what it's supposed to be. Whatever. Okay, on to the next one. Or maybe I'm doing something wrong. I don't know. Let's try this Holy Goalie. Do that. New song. Yeah, see, it's the same exact thing. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong or what is wrong with the file or what it's trying to do, but some of these just do not work. Sure, try the funk one. All right, good enough. Start on A minor. And I don't know. What's another good chord? Do another stereotypical progression. Yeah, something like that. We'll do one that's more than just 4 bars. So it was F, and then to a G, and then back to the A minor, and then I went to A minor, C, D, E. Oops. C. So that would be minor. And yeah, we'll try that one. What happened to the instrumentation? I swear the instrumentation sounded different when I first loaded this up. I don't understand. I copy that, and I'll open a new one just to make sure I'm not crazy. Oh, nope, that's what it was. Okay, well, good. Here we go. I mean, the chord progression was fun to jam on, of course, but what this? Wait, I don't know if that's in the right spot anymore. Whatever. I want to play to something that has like an actual drum beat to it, rather than just the accented chords. As cool as that was. So yeah, it seems like the ones in this extended styles section are the ones that are like, I mean, all of those have worked that I've tried. So I don't understand why the ones in the standard styles don't, like, maybe that's what they are, but I don't understand why there's so many that are like basically the exact same beat. It's kind of annoying. Let's try, 8-bit analog, that'll be interesting if it does anything. Yeah, it's the same thing. So we've got like the most basic drum beat and then a whole note in the bass guitar. I don't understand why. If there's some kind of error, I wish it would show a dialogue instead of just loading in some, generic whatever. So that's kind of annoying. Well, let's try this one. That may be the first one, since it's number 1 in the list. But yeah, okay. So that's the same one that was the default when I first opened the program. Let's not do that one. Try this one, I guess. Okay, this one's kind of busy. This should be fun. Before I end this stream, let's try something kind of dumb. Well, some wonderfully sloppy playing as well as some brilliantly unoriginal parts. But I have not been playing guitar near as much as I should be, so here we are. Well, anyway, yeah, that was first look at JazzLab. So thanks for joining me on that ride, and I'll see you next week.